Greetings and welcome to Stronger Spirit Qigong. Qigong is an ancient internal martial art, and we're using it today to improve our fighting spirit and our morale, and also to decrease anxiety and or depression. So we're going to start with a few warm-up exercises, and I'm just going to talk you through them because there's a few other things I want to share with you while we're warming up. So I just want to start out by saying that I'm really glad you're joining me here today. This is a brief preview of what the whole program is, and this will probably take about 20 minutes or so. And we'll start out just by just swinging our arms. So we're just going to get loose and relaxed and just swing your arms, let them flop side to side, twisting at the waist just to start warming up and stretching out your muscles so that you're not totally unprepared when we start moving in the Qigong form, which I'm only going to give you probably 3 or 4 of the movements, but it'll give you an idea. And while you're doing this, I want you to just hold in your mind your vision of your perfect self, how you envision and feel as your perfect self, because that is our goal. You're already perfect, but you may not realize that yourself. So we're going to hold that in our mind. Who and what am I? And I am my perfect self. While you're doing this, you want to be breathing deep, in and out. Slow, deep breaths. And next, we're going to circle at the waist. And you can make this circle as large or as small as you wish, depending on your own comfort zone. The idea is to stay within your own comfort zone so that you're not straining or exerting yourself too much. We all have our own range of motion. This isn't a contest. Feel the stretch all the way around your waist, back, sides. Continue deep breathing. And picture yourself, your perfect self. How you look, how you feel, what your sense is of you when you are at your absolute perfect best. And at the same time, feel how your body is feeling when you're stretching like this. And then opposite direction, so that you're really residing in 2 places at the same time. You're residing in your body, feeling the stretch, feeling everything else that you can while you're doing this, including your deep breaths, and then also envisioning yourself as your perfect self. How you feel, how you envision that to be. And what we'll be doing is focusing on an affirmation that we could use. And the next thing, put our feet together. We're going to just circle at the knees. I'll move back a little so you can see. We're just circling in whatever size circle works for you. Deep, cool breathing. Take an extra sip of air and really get deep into your lungs when you're breathing. Affirmations are really helpful, even if you don't believe them at first. You say them anyway. You know that old saying, fake it till you make it. So one affirmation that you can use is, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Now switch direction, circle in the opposite direction. Now you might say to yourself, I'm not that. Because you've had that little voice in your head for many years saying, you're not perfect, you're not this, you're not that. But it's time to reprogram. It's time to create a better life. So, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Standing up straight, weight on one foot. We're going to circle the other, just circling your ankle. Really splay out your toes. Work that stretch all the way up the leg. You can make it a big circle, a small circle, however you choose. Circling with one, the other standing leg is slightly bent and all your weight is on it. Now, when you first start saying an affirmation, you may not believe it. You may believe some of it. You may not believe all of it. You may believe none of it. Say it anyways. And keep saying it. Eventually, the objective mind informs the subconscious. Circle in the opposite direction, such that when the objective mind informs the subconscious gradually starts to accept it. And then you start sort of believing it. And then you believe it more, the more you say it. And before too terribly long, the subconscious really begins to buy into it. Switch to the other foot, and the same thing. Weight on one, circle in the other. Deep breathing, and just try while I'm talking. I know I'm distracting you, but try to get a feeling of what that circling leg feels like. Just feel that feeling in your body. So after a while, the subconscious starts to believe it. And before long, the subconscious becomes certain. And you can't not think that thing. You're sure, you know. It's a matter of reprogramming many years of negative programming into positive. Circle in the opposite direction. And it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. And you may feel even ridiculous saying, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. But you will start saying it. You can even say it in a mirror if you dare. And really look at yourself and see yourself perfect, whole, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. All right. We're going to just clasp our hands, inhale, exhale, and we're going to just sway from side to side, however your body feels like swaying. Don't go too far, just whatever feels like a nice stretch. Your body will tell you what to do. Deep breathing, really get into the sides of the torso. You can even sigh out the breath. Notice you kind of soften when you sigh out like that. And then back to the center. Just briefly, we're going to circle the shoulders, open the chest, round the back. Open the chest and inhale, round the back and exhale. We don't move like this very often, so you may notice some little crunching or sounds in the shoulders. That's normal. We all have something we can work on in the shoulders. So you're really opening the chest and rounding the back, and you're getting a flexion through your spine as you do this. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then circle in the opposite direction, and it's the same circular motion. Open the chest, round the back. Open and inhale, round and exhale. And then finally, we're going to just hang from the waist like a rag doll, bending slightly at the knees and just hanging down letting your hamstrings stretch out, holding your body as loose as you can. Deep breathing. Let your head hang like a pendulum. Your arms are hanging like noodles. And stay like that with your head down. Just a couple of minutes. Breathe deeply. Hanging down. And as you exhale, just sort of go through your body and feel how everything feels in your body. And anything that you might be gripping, like your face, your abdomen, your shoulders, just let it all hang. I am not hanging right now because I'm talking to you, but you should be hanging. Deep breathing into the bottoms of your lungs. We're shallow breathers and we only use about 1/3 of our lungs. So here's an opportunity to really move air in and out of your lungs. And versions like this are really great. You should try to do it every day if you can. It really helps get oxygen into your head and perfuse those tissues and nerve cells. When we're thinking, our brain uses well over 12 times the oxygen of any other part of our body. And then when you're done hanging, just slowly, very carefully curl back up. And you may even need a little micro back bend just to kind of get yourself back into the erect position again. And that is our warm-up. We're going to start with the actual Qigong movements. The first one is Shaolin White Crane waves its wings. The Chinese are great. They have very descriptive names for things. Here on Cape Cod, it might be great blue heron or it might be seagull, but we're going to start with our hands down to here. Back is slightly rounded. When we inhale, we open the chest and the arms automatically fall back. We're inhaling. When we exhale, we round the back again. Again, inhale deeply. Exhale, round the back. And then we're just going to grow the movement so that the arms and hands and shoulders all come like flapping your wings, getting higher and higher, lifting you further and further, so that eventually your hands and arms are at shoulder height. You shouldn't go any higher than that. Rounding the back, opening the chest. Deep breathe in. Exhale out. Make those breaths nice and deep. You really don't move like this very often. So you will notice you might be moving muscles that you don't ordinarily even move. But there's something very freeing about this. And as we open the chest and round the back, we help to free the lungs and that musculature from the imprisonment of the skeletal system, ribs, spine. Waving our spine very gently. And again, you can think to yourself, but feel it too. It's not just a thinking thing. You're really feeling yourself as whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. And gradually the movement is going to get smaller. You're still opening your chest, rounding your back. Smaller and smaller. All power comes from within. And part of this Qigong, this Kung Fu of internal vision, is getting in touch with your internal power. Because the only one who can ever change you is you. You can't really change anything around you until you change yourself. And by change, I mean improve to the point where you are your perfect self. Deep breath in, out. It's so good to once in a while just sigh out the breath. This next move, you're going to really use a little more of a Tai Chi type of technique, because you're going to shift your weight from one foot to another. Get back a little so you can see more. Just get a feeling of what that is like to just shift from one leg to another. Mindful of the knees. Make sure your feet are straight forward and the knees are aligned with your feet. You don't want to be tweaking the knees in or out like so. Everything aligns. You have this nice base, this nice triangular base, and your feet are like growing roots into the ground. And what you're going to do is you're going to raise your right hand. You're going to inhale. You're going to scoop across. Weight is shifted. Exhale, hand out. Shift to the other leg. Down, and then scoop with the other hand. Inhale up. Switch your weight, shift your hand. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Shifting the weight from side to side. Inhale up. Exhale down. I'll turn around so you can get a better view. Okay? Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Shifting side to side. You can get inside of your own body however you choose and feel how this movement feels. Feel the breath, feel the movement. Energy and qi are the same thing. Chinese word for energy is qi. And then connect with your own spirit, your own strength. This whole program is about maintaining a useful body for whatever is your personal best. Abundant qi or energy. Spacious mind. You want a more spacious mind, and in keeping your mind present to this moment and in this body, it gets some of that energy out of your head. So we get to be out of our minds here. But it gets that energy back below the head and neck and down into the body. And you can be as aware as possible of what is happening there. Deep breathing, shifting the weight. It can really be mesmerizing if you focus on this for a while. And at the same time, envision and feel your perfect, whole, strong, powerful, happy, harmonious, loving self. And then the final component, of course, is we're working toward a stronger spirit. And when I say spirit, I mean fighting spirit, morale. That's how the Chinese look at it. You need a strong fighting spirit to ward off enemies, ward off disease and pathogens or negative people. So, the next one is to really build up that fighting spirit. And this is called, the last one we did was White Ape Scoops a Peach. So descriptive. This one is punch, basically translation is punch with fiery eyes. So you're really bringing up your fighting spirit and showing your intent. It's all about intention. The yi, which is the intention, leads the qi, which is the energy. So on this one, we inhale, exhale, arms out, And as we exhale, we squeeze the fists as hard as we can. And we look with strong intent. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then inhale and exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. At the end of the breath, squeeze those fists real tight. You can even squat down a little more. Squeeze like you're squeezing an orange. Squeeze, and then inhale, exhale. This is a variation of one of the forms from the 8 pieces of brocade, which goes like this. Inhale, exhale, and punch to the side and stare at your target with very angry, fiery eyes. Squeeze, 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 squeeze both fists. Inhale, exhale down. So one fist is punching, the other's chambered at the waist. Again, inhale, other side. Exhale. Stare with fiery eyes and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. At the end of your exhalation, squeeze as tight as you can. You can squat down. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Again to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, other side. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze, squeeze. Stare at your target on the wall or out the window, whatever. Pick a spot and stare. And then inhale. Back down the center. And you can do it from the center too. Inhale. Exhale. Fists out, squeeze and stare forward with angry eyes, like you have real intent. Tight, tight. And then back up, inhale, exhale. Either way. And what you feel sometimes doing this is you start break a sweat. You start to feel very energized and tingly sometimes in your hands, particularly. Deep breathing all the while, building up your fighting morale, your spirit, your intent. It's very positive, it's very yang. Most of the Qigong is sort of a yin, sort of a soft, loose Qigong, but that one really brings up the spirit and makes you feel stronger. You can do this anytime in the middle of the day if you're feeling lethargic or you don't have much energy. So remember that one. We're going to close with, I think we'll just gather energy because we've cultivated energy here with our deep breathing and really getting our circulation going. So remember, we're going to say our affirmation. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. And we're going to just inhale, bring that energy inside of us. Exhaling down. Inhale, gather up all that energy. Exhale, release it into our core. Inhale. We're surrounded by energy, light waves, sound waves, ions. Exhale, bring it all in. Inhale. Exhale, just like pouring golden honey through our body. Golden light. Inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, bring the hands about 2 inches below the abdomen, palm over palm. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Remember this. Say it again and again. several times a day. You can look yourself in the eye, or you don't have to look yourself in the eye at all, but tell yourself, remind yourself, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Take deep breaths, sigh them out. You don't have to do this for hours on end. 20 minutes a day is plenty. You probably watch TV for 20 minutes a day. If you can invest that much time in your TV, you can invest that much time in yourself, because you are absolutely worth it, and I thank you for joining me.